There's a common assumption that to pull people in, you must be the loudest, funniest, or most physically striking person in a room. But the individuals we naturally gravitate toward rarely fit that description. They draw us in quietly, making us feel understood, calm, and secure. Right now, a vast majority of people are carrying around an enormous amount of internal chaos. They navigate their daily lives feeling isolated, managing stress, anxiety, and a relentless pressure to keep it all together. To cope, they spend immense energy curating a persona. They hide parts of themselves, constantly adjusting their behavior depending on the audience, hoping to secure some social approval. We exist in crowded rooms and hyper-connected networks, yet remain entirely disconnected. Everyone projects a carefully managed image. Everyone is talking, and almost no one is heard. That deliberate effort to perfectly perform exhausts the people around you. Surface-level charm fades quickly, and trying too hard leaves others feeling drained rather than connected. Interpersonal magnetism operates entirely on an emotional frequency. The first habit of emotionally attractive people is absolute presence. While most people listen merely to formulate their next response, emotionally attractive individuals listen strictly to understand. Giving someone your undivided attention, ignoring your phone, refusing to interrupt, and resisting the urge to center the conversation on yourself removes the anxiety of being an afterthought. You make them feel completely seen. The second habit is emotional calmness. Emotionally attractive people still experience internal chaos, but they actively choose not to project those struggles onto the bystanders around them. Regulating your nervous system prevents impulsive behavior. Stabilizing your internal state, represented by this slow wave, stops friction. Humans constantly mirror the emotional states of those around them. Remain calm, and people naturally synchronize to that lower stress level. In a world operating heavily on distraction and reactivity, combining uninterrupted presence with internal calm turns you into a highly stabilizing force. The relentless pursuit of flawless social execution actively destroys the possibility of genuine connection. The third habit is authenticity. Emotionally attractive people present themselves exactly as they are, uncurated, flaws and all. Being around someone who is entirely real grants everyone else in the room psychological permission to drop their own masks and stop pretending. That authenticity feeds directly into the fourth habit, making people feel emotionally accepted. We share a deep human desire to simply exist in a space without having to constantly prove our personal worth. Emotionally attractive individuals actively strip away the threat of judgment. They refuse to shame vulnerability, they ignore minor flaws, and they never make someone feel unsafe for making a very human mistake. Removing the pressure to perform and eliminating the fear of criticism constructs an environment of absolute emotional safety. None of this is possible without the fifth and most foundational habit, emotional self-awareness. You cannot provide a safe harbor for others if you don't understand your own depths. Operating without self-awareness traps individuals in a closed loop. They hit a trigger, react impulsively, and default to external blame, blindly repeating toxic patterns. But self-aware people intervene before the reaction. They identify triggers, analyze behavior, and take accountability instead of seeking scapegoats. Emotional maturity is an ongoing commitment to personal growth and recognizing your own patterns, rather than a final state of flawlessness. The ultimate psychological shift to draw people in is letting go of the need to perform. It requires transitioning away from managing a complex persona and learning how to simply exist. Over time, people will inevitably forget the sharpest outfits, the wittiest jokes, and carefully crafted surface appearances, but they will permanently retain the memory of how safe, genuine, and peaceful you made them feel.